And we are live. We are doing it live, baby. We are doing it live. We are back. Let me get the full face. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Thank you, everybody that is tuning in, that tunes in after it's posted. You're an all-star. So we are back, baby. I am feeling a little bit better this morning. Nothing really too crazy going on. Kids felt better. They're enjoying their last day of school before they go on Christmas break, so that's pretty dope. So we got that going on in the personal life. Cold as shit too today, man. It is a cold bitch. Like right now it's like 16 degrees outside. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And whenever I go get them from school, it's going to be like 20, 25, something like that. 20. It's going to suck, bro. It's going to suck. Ugh. But we are supposed to be getting a white Christmas, which my wife and I were talking about that last night. What do y'all consider a white Christmas? Is a white Christmas like whenever you wake up and there's snow on the ground and it's just a white Christmas, you know, like there's no grass, just white everywhere? Or is it when you wake up on Christmas and it's snowing? See, because I consider a white Christmas, you wake up and there's snow everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's snowing or not. There's just snow everywhere. There's no greenery, you know, white. And then you know, she agreed. She was like, yeah, I guess so. And then we were saying that if you wake up and it's snowing, that should be called like a snow globe Christmas or something. I think that's what we're gonna start calling it. Is if we wake up on Christmases now and it's snowing, we're gonna call it a snow globe Christmas. And if it's just, you know, snow everywhere, it's a white Christmas. But that's the way I classify it. Let me know what y'all do. I am again out of coffee. I got to go to the store today and get some coffee. Make sure that you're drinking your coffee and your water. Stay hydrated, everybody. But mostly stay warm in this cold weather. So we are back. Feeling pretty decent today. Wasn't waking up with any stomach issues, anything like that. Little achy, still a little bit achy, but you know, pop some good old Tylenol. And power through it, man. Just gotta power through. Get it done, get shit done. I got a lot of stuff around the house I gotta get done. Yeah, you get 2 days off, or really not off, but just taking it easy, and you realize how quick like the laundry and everything will start to like get piled up, you know? Like we have like a laundry chute in our house, and it has a little like catch box at the bottom. So like it goes down and it doesn't go all the way to the floor. It catches like probably about like because it's in a box. It goes down and it's all in like a tube, and it goes down into like a box, and the box is like eye level, well, a little bit below eye level for me opening it. And it's a pretty big box. It's like 24 inches, about 24 inches, and it's probably like 24 inches deep. It's actually a pretty big laundry chute. If the entrance wasn't so thin, because like the entrance to it is only like 8 inches wide, but it's still like or 8 inches deep. It's still like 2 feet wide, but it's only like 8 inches deep, and then it drops down and opens up into the 2 feet. Like my kids would probably try and go down it if they could get in that 8-inch thing like easier. But you know, I noticed, you know, 2 days after 2 days starts to get a little bit more filled up than I like it to, and it's like, oh shit. And then especially since the kids are all out of the house and everything like that, I'm probably gonna disinfect their rooms and the door handles and shit like that. Just try and combat the germs. But I want to keep doing these podcasts, man, especially these morning shows. I love doing them, bringing the news and then bringing some riffing, some ranting, and some thoughts on some stuff. And that's what we're gonna get into today with the cast. The big story, of course, is controller versus mouse and keyboard, and my thoughts on it. And don't worry, I have my handy dandy the green notebook. Y'all know the good old green notebook, the playbook. I've wrote down some thoughts and points that I want to bring up on the debate and see what everybody thinks about it. But first off, we're gonna get into some daily or breaking news. The main thing I want to get into is I was looking at some stuff this morning, and I saw this get posted by who was it that posted it? Metro posted this. So take it with a grain of salt, but I'll pull up this article real quick. Check this out. This is on Metro if you want to go read it. Putin says Russia's Satan II hypersonic missile is almost ready for deployment. Vladimir Putin has said Russia's towering Satan II hypersonic missile is almost ready for deployment. Each Satan II, known as RS-28 Sarmat, can carry at least 10 nuclear warheads and can strike targets thousands of miles away in Europe and the US. Russia test-fired Satan II, which has a range of 12,000 miles and soars 5 times faster than the speed of sound, in April. The Russian president said the missile will be combat ready soon in an end-of-year meeting of top defense chiefs today. He said he was willing to give his army anything they need as Russia's war against Ukraine enters its 10th month. Money is no worry for the army, Putin added, having already laid out a defense budget of $84 billion for next year, 40% higher than the initial spending plan announced in 2021. Wow. Holy shit, he is funneling a lot of eggs into that basket. Putin urged Moscow to take special note of the importance of drones in the bloody conflict. One, he says, is close to being finished. Right. He added that NATO will use its resources to the full extent against Russia and urged military leaders to make use of their experiences in aiding Syria. Sorry about that, everybody. Today's meeting took place ahead of Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky's U.S. trip, the first time the leader has left his country since the war began in February. Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, said 300 days ago, Russia launched a brutal assault against Ukraine. The visit will underscore the United States' steadfast commitment to supporting Ukraine for as long as it takes, including the provision of economic, humanitarian, and military assistance. The visit comes as Congress considers approving nearly $50 billion in aid to strengthen Ukrainian forces. So if y'all want to keep reading that article, like I said, it's on Metro. Now, this is stupid. This is actually stupid. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this war. I think it should stop. I think all wars should stop. But I don't I don't think that we should send another $50 billion to Ukraine, dude. You know how like quick that could solve the homeless problem in America? Like, don't you think that we should like take care of our people first? Because the same people that you're going to ask to be soldiers and go fight in Ukraine if this war keeps going, because we're going to have to get directly involved instead of just, being the money guy and the one behind the scenes. Like, we're going to have to directly get involved if we keep this up. So those same people that you're going to ask to be soldiers are the same people that you're going to ask to be cool with being homeless, having severe PTSD, chronic anxiety, and a list of other problems after fighting in a war that no one wanted. Because there are a lot of homeless vets. There's a lot of homeless families just because of inflation. Like, can't we get that under control? Like, yes, I feel bad for everybody over in Ukraine, in Eastern Ukraine. Anybody that has to deal with any war, that has to deal with any type of conflict like that. I feel so bad for you. Because yes, I am very privileged, and I thank God every day that I am born in America. This is seriously the greatest, safest country on earth, because you're not getting blown up like that. You're not getting killed like that. Like 9/11 was the worst thing in American history. And in some countries that happens every year. It's just like a thing for them. They not the extent of planes getting flown in, but like huge explosions, buildings getting dropped, things like that. That just happens every year in some countries. So the fact that I live in America and am so privileged and blessed and safe, like, I thank God like every day. And I wish that it would all just stop. It would all just stop. But I don't think that we need to keep funneling billions upon billions upon billions of dollars into this war. Like, there is a fuckload of land over there, and we are dumping so many fucking resources into like Ohio. Like seriously, what is the fucking amount? What is the exact like square like mileage of like all this land that they're fighting over? It can't be that much. It's got to be like Ohio and Illinois and maybe Indiana. It can't be that much more. Like, we're spending like someone needs to put all that shit together. I'm gonna see if someone has put all that shit together, and I'm gonna put that in another cast of all the fucking money tallied together that we've put into them. And remember to fight for the land that is probably the equivalent of Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana. And you got to ask yourself, would you do that for Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana? And if not, then why are you doing it for a completely other country? And you won't even do it for your fellow countrymen. You know, like that's some ass backward shit. Again, if you think America sucks or this and that, like, leave. Like I've said in other podcasts, I don't see Dave in New Hampshire pining to go to like Turkey or something like man, I better get a third job so I can save up. I'm really looking at that nice piece of countryside in Turkey. Like no one's doing that. No one in America is doing that. So I just wish it would all stop. But if we're going to keep spending billions of dollars like this, can we help out like the American people a little bit? You know, can you like throw a little bit back our way? Try and help out, you know, the people that vote for you to be in the position that you're in and pay your fucking salary and abide by your policies. You know, you might want to help them out. Yeah, just saying. You might want to, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. That's why I'm not wearing the big old $4,000 suit for no fucking reason. But hey, I digress. My wife loves that word. She loves that word. Digress. I'm just kidding. She hates it. She hates whenever I say digress and delicious. She hates that shit. But yeah, and then as far as like this Satan 2 rocket being deployed, this is actually an interesting bit of news that is breaking, because I would like to get into this with a further discussion with my wife because I like doing, especially because it's more of like a religious thing with me. To me, I see a spiritual aspect to all this. I see like the spiritual side of it, because to me, I thoroughly believe that this war between Russia and Ukraine might be the great Gog and Magog that we've heard of in the book, in the end times and everything. I'm not saying that like the world's gonna end, but we may be living in end times, man. We don't know how long this time is gonna be. It's not like it's gonna be a fucking weekend. I would hope not. It's ain't gonna be like some Marvel movie where we're like Thor, and on Friday like shit hits the fan, and Sunday we're having dinner with Dad. We probably got to endure this shit for a long time. I mean, look at the Israelites and everything like that. Everything for all like the length of time that they had to endure different things, and it's no different in the end. So, living in the end times, I thoroughly believe that we are in the final age of humanity. Like, am I saying that me and like my kids and all that, like we're all like everybody that's out like right now is like the last generation? No, I'm not saying that whatsoever. Like I said, it could take forever for this shit to go. It could take hundreds of years and shit. We just don't know, man. Anybody, and like I've said, anybody that does say that they know, run the fuck away from them, because they're a snake oil salesman trying to sell you something or steal your soul, or both. But I thoroughly believe that Russia and Ukraine, this whole war and everything, is the great Gog and Magog that it speaks of. And it's just kind of crazy to me that, they named their rocket, it's nicknamed Satan 2. So that's like super dope, especially if you're looking at it in more of like a spiritual aspect, because I don't want to say religious, because I don't conform to the idea of labeling myself under religion, because Jesus didn't claim a religion, and he didn't tell you to be a certain religion. He didn't even tell you to be Jewish, and he was Jewish and practiced Jewish law and everything like that, but he didn't tell you to go be Jewish. He just told you to follow him, believe in him. So I try to be a disciple. That's what I try to do. I'm trying, I think my potty mouth will get me like disqualified like instantly. We out here, bud. We out here trying. Yeah, I just think it's a little funny that it's called Satan 2. And then my beliefs, everything like that. Like I said, well, I want to get into that a little bit deeper on a podcast. I might even make it, you know what? I might make it a one of the edited and recorded podcasts that my wife and I do. Because we don't always go live with the podcast. Sometimes we record them so that we can like cut out like things and have like a certain like deal that we want to talk about. And to everybody that's been watching those videos that we've been doing, putting up the edited clips and all that stuff on the YouTube, dude, you rock. You are awesome. I know everyone watching live, you're on the YouTube, but for everybody that watches afterwards on Rumble, on Spotify, everything like that, you can check out these videos on the YouTube, everything. It's super dope, dude. I'm not saying that my video is like super dope. I don't want to be braggadocious and everything like that. I'm just saying that y'all's interaction and the views and the likes and the comments, it's all been super positive. I love you guys. You guys are the best in the world. Like, seriously, I am completely humbled and blessed to be around so many great people like you. Like, you guys are awesome, and I can't thank you enough. So let's get on with the main part of the show. This is a fun one. I figured we'd do something fun, something light, everything like that. Because I will tell you this right off the bat. If you want to center your whole identity in life to whether you play a video game with a controller or a mouse and keyboard, please find some other shit to get interesting, to just become a little bit more interesting than that. Add a little bit more color to your palette. Okay. And when you do, it'll make this debate more fun. It'll make it more fun. It's more fun. Okay. It's a fun debate. Let's get into it. Got the handy dandy green playbook and the pen. The pen. What is it in Bolígrafo? Okay. First, we'll get into it. I'm gonna start with controller. That's what I use more often. A little bit of context. I do use controller more than I wouldn't say I use it exclusively. Because there are certain games that I enjoy playing with keyboard and mouse more than I like playing with a controller. Like if I play World of Warcraft or League of Legends or something like that, I really enjoy playing it on keyboard and mouse. It's a way better experience and it's easier, things like that. First person shooter games, I love using a controller. I love it. Most of the time I'm going to use a controller. Depending, like a role-playing game or like open sandbox game, it depends on the developer. Most of the time I'll use a controller because I'm playing games that like God of War, like the new ones, Zelda, things like that, Grand Theft Auto. I like using a controller on things like that. But there are like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I love using keyboard and mouse on that, but I believe you can only use keyboard and mouse on that. Either way, if you couldn't, I would exclusively only use keyboard and mouse on that. So I like using both. And even with shooter games, I've used keyboard and mouse quite frequently. Especially with CS:GO back whenever that was in its heyday and its prime. I remember I was using keyboard and mouse. I mean, I even have a quote unquote gaming mouse. I have a HyperX little dealio. Let me see if I can over here. I have it's one of those like honeycomb pattern mice. I like it. Nice. Light. It's got glides. It's got glides on the bottom of it. Everything like that. It's smooth. It's got nice click. Couple buttons on the side, and then you can go in and adjust the DPI and everything and really tune it. It's really good. I really like the mouse. If y'all are looking for a new mouse to get someone for Christmas, it's the HyperX 59G or something like that. 0.59, because I don't even think this like mouse weighs like a gram, which is crazy. Like it just feels like you're moving your hand around whenever you play with it. So I really enjoy it. And then I just use a mini keyboard to game with, and then I just have a SteelSeries full keyboard whenever I'm just typing, editing videos, shit like that. And if you want receipts, which I am a firm believer in providing receipts, you can go check out the TikTok at thesamaroshi, and you're gonna have to scroll down a little bit. Probably been like 4 months since 4 or 5 months since I've done keyboard and mouse on a first person shooter game, or really posted any clips on keyboard and mouse. But there are some Fortnite clips and stuff, keyboard and mouse and everything. So that way you can have receipts. No, I'm legit, and we get to plug the TikTok a little bit. Bam, baby. Okay, so let's get into it. Controller. Yes. Controller has aim assist. And aim assist is great. It helps you a lot. And for most games, it's not crazy OP. For some games, yeah. Yeah. Like I remember there were like in Fortnite, for example. I remember there was like 2 seasons like right in a row with the SMGs where if you were on controller, you could literally just spam L2 while you were pulling the trigger and it would like follow them. It was like aimbot. It was crazy. It was like, holy shit. But they've dialed it down. They've dialed it down quite a bit. And yes, whenever you're using aim assist and you're aimed in, it'll go like a certain speed. And this is the way it's supposed to work. Is, you know, it goes so fast whenever you're aimed in or even moving your analog stick. And once you get over the player's hitbox, it's supposed to slow down to a significant amount. Whether aimed in, and when you're aimed in, I believe it's supposed to slow down a little bit more, and then hip fire. it still slows down a little bit. So you're that's how it's supposed to work. And for the most part, it works like that on most games, you know. If y'all want, let me know down in the comments below, if or in the chat, everything. Let me know if you want me to make a video on aim assist comparison with other games and everything. Let me know, and I can show everybody how it is supposed to work, what it looks like, and what games have it that's like super OP and everything. I'm not gonna lie, the new Modern Warfare 2, if you use the Black Ops aim assist setting, it's pretty sticky. It's pretty sticky. It's damn near like borderline, like, bro. Like, so if you're on keyboard and mouse and you're getting lasered by a kid on controller, he's more than likely using Black Ops settings, and I'm sorry. You know. And you know, it's pretty good. Don't worry, we're gonna get into the positives and the negatives. So another positive aspect of a controller is it's comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable. It's ergonomic, and it's a more natural position for your hands to be in. You know, like being on keyboard and mouse all the time. Yeah, if you play like that exclusively, you are more than likely going to get some type of arthritis or carpal tunnel whenever you get older, if you don't take care of yourself, of course. If you aren't like doing the stretches with your hands and exercising them and everything like that, yeah, you're gonna you're gonna develop some issues, because it's not natural for us to have our hands the way they're fixated whenever we're using keyboard and mouse. And if you don't exercise, stretch, do anything like that, I really recommend that please go out and get the stuff to kind of like level your body out more and pick up your arms more and your wrists to make them more flat and ergonomical, so that you don't develop problems whenever you get older, because that's just crazy. And everybody on controller, stop fucking using claw. Okay? All right, I don't want to tell you what to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I mean, it's a fucking video game, dude. Play it your way. But I'm telling you right now, claw's gonna fuck your hand up, dude. Claw is super bad for you and is gonna fuck your hand up. So be wary of that. That I'm not gonna lie either, dude. Like they got some great looking like mice and some good looking keyboards and different ones out there, but man, they're getting crazy with some of these designs on these controllers and the way you can customize them, you know. And a lot of times you can get sweet controllers that are customizable with triggers or buttons on the back and dialed in bumpers and everything to where you can even have hairline triggers. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And you can find those controllers for less than like $200, dude. Like, it's fucking crazy. So, like, even me, like, dude, I got a PDP controller. It's a wired controller, which I prefer to play with wired controllers. When I'm on PC, whenever I play on PC, I prefer to play with a wired controller. I don't like the latency and delay that you can get sometimes with the wireless. So I like being hard lined with everything on my PC: internet, controllers, headsets, mics, mice, keyboards. I like being wired in. Consoles, I like having wireless controllers, because yeah, like consoles, a lot of times, most of the time on those, I'm playing like role playing games like God of War, Grand Theft Auto, Zelda. So I'll kick back on the couch and play it. That's another great advantage of controller, is do it anywhere. You ain't got to be really set up at a desk and sitting upright and all this other stuff. But that's cool about keyboard and mouse, is it forces you to sit right. At least you're like sitting right whenever you're doing everything. You're not like slouched forward like I am whenever I'm playing with like keyboard and mouse. So yeah, that's another good thing about, or controller, and that's another good thing about keyboard and mouse, is makes you sit right. But the customization nowadays is crazy. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to take a call real quick because of work, my day job, and everything. Something coming up. I'm gonna go take care of that later. But it's no big deal. It's nothing crazy or anything. Nothing that's like super pressing. So getting on, it's really cool how they're able to customize everything. But with the aiming, I know the aim assist and all that. It's everybody wants to make their complaints about it. You got to realize, man, you're aiming with your thumb. You got your thumb on this tiny little surface and on a tiny little rolling ball to get everything. The way, like to aim, to move, everything like that. And yeah, movement on a controller, like moving the body and sliding and everything. Yeah, that's way easier. Like controller people have a huge advantage over that compared to keyboard and mouse people. But other than that, like this, like looking around, aiming, shooting, dude, it's so smooth with a mouse. It's so smooth, dude. The way you can dial everything in and you can go into the software of your mouse. Most of the time, if it comes with its own software, you can go into the software of your mouse and mess with the DP, its reaction, everything. You can even mess with the clicks and like everything. And then you can go into the computer and mess with the main settings of the mouse, how it recognizes it and everything. It's just crazy. Like everything that you can do, and with a mouse, you have your hand, your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, your upper arm, and your shoulder to aim with. That is a lot easier than the thumb. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. It's super easy. And you don't have to be constricted to the little pad. You can get, like me, I have a mouse desk pad. And most of the time whenever I play like first person shooters or even third person shooters like Fortnite or H1, I'll have my DPI like way down. Like my shit's like way low. Like I gotta like to do like a 360. I gotta like extend my arm like way out, like I gotta like throw it to flick it. But I like that because I can, move my whole arm to even make these like little adjustments and I don't get punished for like something happening. And it's just great that you can do that, But I think that this is just going to be just a constant debate between people, So let's look at the positives of a controller. Okay. They're more comfortable, more ergonomical. They're getting cheaper, they're getting more customizable, and they're getting a lot cooler. Keyboard and mouse. Or hold on. To cover everything on no. All right. So the movement. Okay. I really want to reiterate that the movement on a controller, like the body movement, it's so much easier. In my opinion, it's so much easier to move around on a controller because you're not like subjugated to forward, backward, left, right. You can go diagonally and like sliding and all that stuff. Like everything's not so spread out. It's all crunched together, like right there. All the buttons aren't everywhere, like on the keyboard. So to me, it's easier. It's easier to move around on a controller. So that's an advantage in my book. Keyboard and mouse, aiming, moving the head around, looking, searching. It is so much easier on a keyboard and mouse. Looting systems, it's a lot faster and easier with keyboard and mouse. And then like the UI is a lot easier to interface with if you have a keyboard and mouse, I believe. Like in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I don't think it's on controller, but I wouldn't even want to play it on controller because of the UI and everything. Like that would just be hard as shit. Some games it's really hard that do offer controller, and you play it and you got to like do like the HUD and everything and go into your inventory and all this shit. And it's just like way harder on controller, and it's easier to use keyboard and mouse. You can just click, click, boom, 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 you're done. So yeah, I think that I think you could say in some games, some developers, they make controller OP. It's OP as shit. In some games, keyboard and mouse is OP as shit. So really, it comes down to really your preference. Like, I like controller on some, I like keyboard and mouse on some. It's just really what you want to do and how you like your play style. What you shouldn't do is center your whole identity around whether or not you play with a keyboard and play with a mouse. So, like, if that is your whole identity, I would strongly suggest you find more things in your life to make you more interesting, develop more hobbies so that you can become a more rounded person. You know, and then you can see that this is just like a fun little funny debate. So I think it just comes down to what you like doing, how you like playing, what your style is, you know. Because some people in first person shooters like Warzone or Warzone 2, they're more they more rely on their aim. So they may want to play on keyboard and mouse, be able to really dial in that aim, you know. And then some people want to move around like crazy. Like some of the movement I've been seeing here lately, like the I saw someone doing like a dolphin slide in the fucking air, like out of a window in shoot house. Like, what the fuck? Coming out of that window like sideways, cruising across like half the map. I'm like, what the fuck? Having like full control over like your weapons and everything while you're doing it too. It's some type of like movement deal. I don't know how to do it. And trust me, I've tried. But if you're more of like a movement person, then yeah, you probably want to do like the controller and everything. And man, that's all up to you. It's all really what you want to get done at the end of the day. So with that being said, that's probably going to be the end of the podcast right there, everybody. Let me know down in the comments what you prefer playing with, controller, mouse and keyboard. Do you think that controller players have a huge advantage over keyboard and mouse, or do you think keyboard and mouse have a huge advantage over keyboard or over controller? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will try to go live tonight. I will see what goes on. It is kind of like a busier day because this is almost like a Monday for me because, like I said, we've been sick the last like couple days, and the kids taking turns being sick. So we got some extra activities that we got to get back in the swing of, the gym, everything like that. Then we got this gnarly blizzard coming soon, dude. So I think I'm either going to go grocery shopping, like big grocery shopping tonight or tomorrow. I really don't want to have to go out starting Friday. That's whenever it's really supposed to be shit kicking is Friday. And I just don't want to deal with that whatsoever. So I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or tomorrow. But I will try my ass off to have a show tonight and everything for everybody. And I'll let you know. And go ahead and snipe that sub button, like the video, turn on the notifications. That way you know the next time that we're going live, man. And I'll post later this evening if I am going live, and you'll get like a noti probably like 2 hours before. And it'll be on the topic. I really would like to dive more into this Gog and Magog thing with the Satan too. Like I said, I might do that for like an edited video. And thank you again, everybody that goes back and watches those. Y'all are all stars. I love y'all. That's going to do it for the show, everybody. Let me know down in the comments what you think on controller versus mouse and keyboard. What do you play with? What do you prefer? Which one do you think is more OP? You know? And I will see you later tonight, or I will see you tomorrow morning. Either way, we will see each other again because I love you guys and I love doing this. So until next time, you know what to do. But for everybody that's new, I'll let them know. All right? You got to stay sexy. That's it. It's super easy. Just stay sexy. All right. Merry Christmas, guys. I'll either see you tonight or tomorrow morning. I love y'all. Night. Night. Later is what I meant to say.